Make a Will Month, and Meals on Wheels is asking San Diegans to help continue their mission of nourishing and caring for local seniors in need. Here to talk more about their goal is Meals on Wheels San Diego County President and CEO Brent Wakefield. Brent, it is always so good to see you.
Thank you for having us again. I appreciate it. It's good to see you as well. And I noticed that one of our volunteers and a client was here just a couple weeks ago.
It was such an emotional experience meeting client Lois and her volunteer Ilana. I remember them clearly because they were sitting right where you were. And I remember Lois telling me, I don't know what I would do without Ilana.
Right.
Even though she has a family, but it's just that contact, that connection every day and receiving meals.
And you know, we've been in this county for 65 years, really serving clients. And we do that because of our volunteers. So we're using 150 volunteers each day, like Alana, super generous. And then we have supporters. We're subsidizing about 50% of every meal that goes out the door. So that's between $5 and $6. And so National Make a Will Month, I think it's really appropriate that we talk about how beneficial that's been. We've got the generosity of our volunteers, time, heart, spirit that they bring to the table. That saves us, by the way, about $5 million. But also our supporters in this county. We've been here for 65 years because we've been supported by this community.
Okay, and what is Make a Will Month?
You know, it's calling attention to the importance of having a plan when somebody departs. Some people might have a giant will, lots of money to leave behind, or less. And I think the important story here is that when you can control what you're leaving, your legacy, be it a small one or whatever, it's good to have a plan before you get going, right? So it's calling attention to that because we have this baby boomer generation. As they age and pass, this is the largest transfer of wealth in human history over these next 10, 15 years. And so it's really addressing that. So people have a plan, so all the money doesn't go to taxes, but actually goes to a cause that you appreciate.
And what is legacy giving?
Legacy is that type of gift that could really have an impact. For example, we currently have been able to increase the infrastructure of Meals on Wheels. Bigger kitchen, larger facility for these volunteers because of a legacy gift. One family left us in their will, and because of that one simple bequest, we are able to now serve thousands of seniors a year and grow over decades because of this one bequest. So that's legacy giving.
Yeah. Wonderful. Are you finding that federal funding is pretty tough right now? Is it an ongoing challenge?
It is definitely an ongoing challenge. So everybody is trying to do more with less, be smarter, but you know, we do need funds, and we rely very heavily on the generosity of our community in San Diego, and we're really unique here. And we talk to Meals on Wheels around the country, and they're lucky if 40% of their meals are delivered by volunteers. Over 90% of our meals are delivered by volunteers, and we have a remarkable track record of raising funds to support them as well. So I invite people to do that. Make a will, a legacy, but also go to Meals on Wheels, SanDiegoMealsOnWheels.org, and make a donation or sign up to volunteer.
Yeah, and before we go, if you can share, for those who are not familiar with Meals on Wheels, how does it work and who can become a client?
Right, so we're serving people that are 60 and above, or disabled veterans of any age, and we bring a meal to their house. But it's also a wellness check. Every delivery is documented and noted if there's a change of condition every single delivery. In addition to that, it's isolation interruption. You're establishing a connection because we say they're hungry for food, but they're even more hungry for that human connection. And that's really, as you saw with our volunteer and a client here in the studio a couple weeks ago, that's really what makes a difference in the people's lives.
Yeah, I know how important it is to have that connection too, and to have those services. Just over the weekend, I lost my grandmother, my late mother's mom, and she was 99 years old. But I remember the last 3 years, she would tell me, if it wasn't for my children stopping by every day, bringing meals, and just that connection and love and comfort, she goes, I don't think I would have made it.
Yeah, I mean,
she was on a fixed income as well, so it was expensive for her to buy groceries.
It is, and that's about 200,000 San Diegans or seniors who are on very low fixed incomes. They're making less than $30,000 a year, 200,000, and we know the cost of rent. So they're lucky if they have $5,000 or $6,000 a year left for all their food, all their medication. It's staggering, right? So we need family to help us. We need organizations like Meals on Wheels, and there are other organizations that help seniors in San Diego as well. I mean, we need volunteers, and and it takes a village. So thank you for letting me come here and draw attention.
It's been a pleasure. What a wonderful discussion. We'll have all the information at KUSI.com on how to make a will.